Mother's Day weekend because of these restrictions.
Why?
Point out, because there will be cancellations.
Why?
Because people will be scared of going out about their business because of these restrictions that you've put on.
We're not suggesting that for a second. We're saying if you've got a booking, go to the booking. Enjoy Mother's Day. Do what you would normally do. This is actually the opposite approach. We're actually saying to businesses, keep your doors open. Just make sure your COVID-safe plan...
Premier, can you give some...
Did Mother's Day...
You are also saying in the wording it is strongly recommended the community avoids mingling in large groups over the coming days. There are 6 NRL games scheduled for the Greater Sydney region. Should those games go ahead?
Well, look, they're outdoor events, and absolutely they should go ahead. Outdoor events, but there's can I stress again, outdoor events, outdoor gatherings are very low risk. What we are doing is in relation to indoor gatherings, which are higher risk. And I'm happy to be criticised. I'm happy for people to always question what we do. But the strongest message we're sending is to business. It's business as usual for businesses. It is business as usual. The only difference is that your workers should wear a mask. And from time to time, we'll be asking them to do that. We're in the middle of a pandemic. What happens if tomorrow we find 20 cases? Then people will say we haven't gone hard enough. What happens if on Monday we find 10 cases? They'll say we haven't gone hard enough. I stand by our decision. It's based on health advice. It's proportionate. And can I repeat, if this was Queensland or WA or anywhere else, they would have shut down the whole city. They would have shut down businesses. We are saying the opposite. Business as usual.
Just on indoor events, there's obviously Hamilton's on, Frozen's on. What's the message with those large gatherings in theatres?
The message is do what you do. When I went to Hamilton, we all wore a mask. It's the same thing. It's business as usual. You go to an event indoors, wear a mask. When I went to Hamilton, the cast and crew obviously performed brilliantly, and all of us in the audience were wearing a mask. This is no different.
Dr. Chan, sorry, do you have a working hypothesis on how it has escaped? I know you said you haven't figured it out exactly, but do you have an understanding of what might have happened?
No, and I think that's why we're acting sort of precautionary. And can I just stress that what we're asking people to do is apply for common sense. We've told, we know that indoor environments are more risky, but the risk is still very low. And with the cooperation of the community, we're hoping every day to get better intelligence. This is a proportionate, measured response of just requesting it. So I would urge everyone to enjoy Mother's Day. The precautions we've put in place will protect everyone. But the key messages are, please don't go to Mother's Day if you've got COVID symptoms. Get tested. So there's nothing really changed, and people just need to know that there is this risk, and we just don't know the full extent of the risk. We're just taking a precautionate approach, and that will declare itself in the next 3 days as we test individuals, and we will update the community about that risk.
Are you concerned that people...